So I remember reading a book by Donald Goines called Dope Fiend. And Donald Goines was, I believe, a heroin addict himself. So the stuff that he wrote about was based on personal experience. And I remember the opening kind of part of the book was set in a heroin house, and the guy that was running it was making women have sex with his German shepherds for a hit of heroin. I mean, if you think about your involvement in heroin, how do you feel about some of the destruction that caused, in Harlem and the rest of the communities in New York?
If we just ask anybody in Harlem, any older person about Wee Kirkland, and you'll find out that when I was in Harlem during my reign, that couldn't exist. When I came into the game, you know what I brought into the game? Everybody said, Pee Wee, man, you changed the game, man. It's almost like the game changed, all that. You couldn't be in the game. You couldn't tell me why you took somebody's life, because I don't want to hear it. You see what I'm saying? I never was in that life, in that game. Like, in other words, nobody around me got high. None of them did what they was doing in after-hour spots. None of them was using cocaine to turn women inside lives out. In after-hour spots all night gambling, every woman coming there, you hooking on cocaine so you can go somewhere and have an orgy or threesome and all that kind of shit. I never was a part of none of them kind of things. Nobody could tell you I was ever around a woman in Harlem that wasn't decent and respectful. Never. And I know what you're talking about, but guess what? It didn't just involve, after I went away, then I found out about a lot of what you talking about, which were guys owing guys money and then making guys eat dog shit in front of crowds. Dog shit in front of crowds. They're embarrassing. Making guys bring their woman, making their woman have sex with a dog. And when a dog reaches his peak, everything's opened up like that. So when the dog pull out, what happens to her vagina? All them sick, disgusting things, and which was a major reality of me, because you talking about a game I'd give my life for, Death Before Dishonor, because that's how I saw the game, and understood the game and loved the game, because there was no other game in terms of being successful. It was, I'd have went to that game. But when you're a kid and you're looking around and you shaking cereal boxes because the roaches at the bottom, and you listen to the super act trying to be disrespectful about hollering for his little petty rent, on disrespecting your family, and the reality is you're looking at black and white TV, and deep down inside that nothing's gonna change. It ain't never gonna be a car. It may not never be another TV. It's always gonna be a Lola. It ain't gonna be no damn carpet. Nothing is gonna change. You see what I'm saying? Now, nothing excuses that, because nothing is gonna excuse that, but it made me stuck on stupid at that time. And then when you grow up and you see it, you say, how in the world could I make myself think that if I get involved with something to make money, to save my life, that it's going to be the right thing if it's going to take your child's life, if it's going to cause your child to become an addict, if it's going to cause your child to ruin their life? How could that ever be right? And that is the thing. People don't understand it. You got to understand both sides. I never justify what I did. I just know, I understand that I'm going to spend the rest of my life impacting people's lives, changing people's lives. In the hip hop world, know it. Everybody know it because I've been so successful, more successful than the government, because all they know how to do is incarcerate kids. All they know how prison privatization. You become a dollar sign. All you going to prison, they making money. So it's a money game with young people going to prison. They even got a crime bill for teenage criminals. You see what I'm saying? It's all money. They ain't really turning their lives around, but in my reality, give you another example. I'm in School of Skills youth program that I run. It's about basketball, but I want people to be able to come there, give you the goods that they know where they could find me. A guy said, P, I never came to School of Skills, I just ride, man. Then I said to myself, let me go over there. I said, so what's up? He said, man, you know what, P? I don't know, man. He said, man, I just joined the gang, not recently. He said, and the truth of the matter, man, is my initiation, they want me to off my best friend. We grew up together. My mother used to take care of him. His mother take care of me. We both grew up together in the projects. He said, I don't want to do it, man, but I'm real like that, Pee Wee. I mean, if they say any 2 or 3 other people, they gone, Pee Wee. But I said, hold it, man, hold it. What you really saying to me is, you can't live with what you're about to do. And one of my favorite expressions is never do anything you can't live with or walk away from anybody you cannot do without. I live by that reality. You understand what I'm saying? So I made him understand that you keep making yourself think this is your life. If this is your life, you wouldn't care about him. Because an animal don't care about what prey he kill or eat if he hungry. You see what I'm saying? He gonna kill it, eat his own if he have to. So I said, that ain't who you are. You trying to make me believe that's who you are, but it's not. So I said, okay, the guy, nigga say, Pee Wee, I know what gang he's in. I'm not gonna say the name, but he said, I said, call him. He said, all right, I call him. And he calls the guy run the gang, right? He said, Wee Kirkland will speak to you. So I talked to him on the phone. I said, what's going on, man? I said, I got a kid here that's telling me that he don't want to commit his initiation to be in a gang because he ain't feeling killing his best friend. Now, all I'm saying to you is, you know, whatever you do, you got to live with it. I can't tell you how to run your gang, but you got to have enough sense to know if he's telling me he don't want to do it, what do you think he's going to tell the DA? If he's telling me he don't want to do it and he do it, what is he going to tell the district attorney later after he did it? He said, Pee Wee, I appreciate what you're saying. And I said, all I'm asking you, I know he got to go through his initiation. I'm just asking you to make sure he survived it. And then I saw a kid, I think it was about 4 months later, I looked up and he in the stands at the program, and I walked up to him, shook his hand, guess what he's sitting there with? A girl he with and a little baby. So now you stop a kid like that from being a shooter, ain't no telling how many people in his next 4 or 5 years before he's 21, before he's even considered a grown man, you know how many lives he might have been gone? Let alone you save his life. So every time you save one of them kids' lives, it's no telling how many lives you saved. So I know that I was blessed to. Sure, I was a great basketball player, but I was never had the power that I have to do what I do now. And that's what I do with my life, you know.
Have you ever met Khloe Kardashian?
Yeah, man, she's a lovely girl.
Yeah. There was a rumor that the two of you hooked up.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fucking no, I wish I knew about that.
Nah, it's not true?
Nah.
It was supposed to be in Australia.
I don't know if God is a man or a woman, but I definitely know that bitch is the devil. For sure.
Why so?
Why so? She destroyed lives.